Good morning, all of you. My name is Gaurav, and welcome to my YouTube channel named Gaurav Kumar Jain. So, in this tutorial, we are going to learn how we can develop a simple login system with the help of Python coding. So, before explaining you this whole code through which I have developed a beautiful login system, I would first like to show you the product. So, I'm running this code. Let's see what is going to happen. The shortcut key with which you can run the code you have written on a Sublime Text platform is Control plus B. So you have to press both the keys together for. So this is what you will get to here when you will open the login system, when you will run the code for the first time, and this is the interface. This is how the interface looks like. So right on the top, you can see this login system written. And then we have this beautiful window in which I have my photograph right on top because I'm the admin. And then there are two fields, there are two input boxes which you can see over here on this white background. We have a button over here. Let's see if I will click this button without filling anything in these input boxes, what is going to happen. Okay, so I got a message, an error message. All fields are required. Let's hit this OK button. So you can see that you can hear that NLP voice also, natural language processing. I hope you guys know, I hope you are familiar with this term NLP. It is one of the domains of artificial intelligence. So, that's the way you can integrate, you can use NLP techniques in your desktop applications. Now, let's fill here something. So, I am using my username, which I have defined over in the coding part, and then here I am putting the right password, so it is Gaurav123. Let's hit this login button and see what is going to happen. Okay, so welcome Gaurav. I'm able to log in successfully with these login credentials. Now if I'll leave this empty, right, what will happen then? So again, it is showing me this error, all fields are required. So this is how this login system works, and let me now show you the entire code I've used for creating this beautiful and amazing login system. So these are the libraries which I have used. Tkinter is the first one. Then we have this PIL with which I am putting these images on my desktop application. Let me just open that application again. So this is the login system, and reducing the size of this login system so that we can view the code as well. Okay, so in the right side I would like to keep my login system on, and on the left side you can see the whole code. So tkinter is the library I've used, and there is this message box thing in this tkinter with which you can get the message box, and you can use it as a notification. Then we have this PIL library in which we have this image tk named function. So with this you can access the images and you can put them on your application's interface so as to make it look more appealing. Then I have used this Python text to speech converter. I hope you guys know about this library. We have discussed about this library many times in the previous tutorials. So that's the one which I have used, right, for making for enabling the NLP things, for integrating that artificial intelligent sound to this login system of mine. Fine, so that's the whole code. This is the function which will be called every time when the login button will be pushed. So that's the login button which you're able to see right in the bottom over here. Then that's the main class named login system, in which the whole code I have defined So self dot root is equals to root. I hope you guys know about it very well, why this code is used. It is for initiating the system, right? Then what should be the geometry of this login system? So that's how you can use this geometry named function for having a control on the this dimension of the login system. If you want to reduce it, you can just change the dimensions from here. Then that's the function with the help of which you can access the images which are there in the folder in which all in which this coding file is present, right? Then these are the two variables I have used for accessing the password and the username. Okay, so initially I have stored some, something in this and something in this, and that's what I inputted over here in these two fields. So if anything is incorrect, it is going to throw an error. Let me just show that also to you. So if I will enter an incorrect password over here, what is going to happen? So it will give us an error directly, right? Then why it is not giving us this error? Okay, maybe there is some issue with the if control statement I have used for putting a check on this condition. We'll check that afterwards, no problem. Okay, then bg label is equals to bg icon. So this is the way, we can access the image and put it on this beautiful white window. Then title is equals to label login system. So this, for this login system which you are able to see right on the top, that's the whole code. So this is for positioning the login system text, and this is for the how the login system should look like. So I've used this font Arabic type setting, and then what should be the foreground color, what should be the background color. If you want, you can change it also. If I will change it to, let's say, pink, so what is going to happen then? Let me just show that to you. So earlier the foreground color was white, now it is in pink. So that is how you can customize the appearance, and that is one of the key benefits of making your own applications rather than using the ones which already exist on the internet or anywhere on your system. So you can customize your product, the one which you have which you have make yourself. You can customize them, you can add new things to them, you can update them at any point of time whenever you require. Right, so that's the key benefit of making your own application rather than making yourself depending on the applications which already exist. Then we have this login frame thing. So right in the back of this image and this username and input box, the background which you're able to see, it's the login frame. I've created a frame kind of thing on which I have put all these 6 components. So the first one is this logo label, which is this image, right? And then I have used this lbl user and text user variable for you know this username and for this first input box. So for creating a label, you can make use of this label named function, and for creating an input box, you can make use of this entry named function. If you have used this tkinter library, you must be familiar with these two terms. If not, then you can just take the code from here. This is the entire code. Right, now that's the point where I have set the variable equal to the text variable. Right, so username is going to work for this input box. Whatever the user is going to type in this text user named input box, it is for that the variable will be self.uname. So that's the one I'm talking about. Right, and the value is going to come in this self.uname variable, whatever he's going to enter over here. Then that's the way you can set the font and appearance of your text, whatever the user is going to type inside this input box, and how it should look like. So you can customize the view of that text with the help of these properties like relief, then font, then for positioning the input box, that's the function grid, which you can make use of. Right, padding it, spreading wise, it is very much similar to the HTML CSS coding, right? Then in the same way, I have created this input box and this label box over here. Then that's the code with which you can get create a button kind of thing right in the bottom of this input box, and then how to connect this input box with a function which can enable the login system, right, which can make the login system functional way the way we actually want it to function. How can we make it possible? So with the help of this command named property, you can simply link the function you want to activate, you want should get activated when the user will click the button. So command is equals to self.login, and login is a function which I have defined over here. So that's the whole code which I've defined inside this login name function. If the username is not is equals to null, right? If the user hasn't typed anything inside these two input boxes, then what should happen when the user will click this button? So automatically an error message should get reflected. Right. Else, if the username is Gaurav and the password is Gaurav123, then this message should get reflected. I think here it should be and not or, because both the conditions are mandatory for the inputs to satisfy. So I think now we'll be able to get the required output. I think that's where we were making the mistake. Let me just run this code again and show you the exact output. Now, if I will enter Gaurav over here, and let's enter an incorrect password, GAURVA. So see, that's what we are getting now. Now let me just enter the correct login credentials. Gaurav123 login. Welcome Gaurav. So it is working perfectly fine, right? So that is, that's the key benefit of making your own application. You can customize them at any point of time. Then message else, if suppose both the conditions which we have mentioned over here using if control statement and elif, if they are not true, so automatically that's what the user is going to come across. So message box will be shown to the user, in which he will get to see this message, and automatically in the background he will be able to hear an artificially intelligent sound speaking this whole thing. Right, so that's how you can make this beautiful NLP enabled login system. Let me now go back on my YouTube channel to see if I have anything to answer. Hello Karan, Aryan Rocks, Anmol Satihal, hello dear. AT Master Gamer, hello dear. Rishi Apps, hello. Coders range, hello. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. In case you have any queries, any doubts, you can put them in the chat box. It's, Python is one of the languages that you can learn very easily. The syntax of Python is very easy, right? And because it's the, NASA scientists are also using it today for developing various kind of things, it has gained a lot of popularity in the market. You can develop amazingly beautiful things using Python. So keep coding in Python. Once you will get familiar with Python, it will become very easy for you to understand the core concepts of other programming languages also, whether it is C++, Java, or anything else. Right, so thank you very much all of you for joining me in this tutorial. Hope you guys enjoyed this one a lot. Do not forget to like and share this video in your groups and make it reach to the maximum students possible. Bye bye.